Warning, everything said in this video is not based upon facts, is 100% satirical. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, if you guys haven't noticed playing a different game today, I kinda didn't want to rob myself out of Lego Star Wars, so I figured out something else, and I actually got the audio. I'm gonna fine tune it a bit to figure out how loud I can be in comparison to the audio, but fuck, how you guys doing? I'm pretty sure I just got banned on TikTok. I'm not too sure, but nothing will upload. So I went into my settings. It said I didn't break any violations. It was from that last short I posted about Haiti. I tried to post that there, and um, yeah, that shit just didn't happen. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. I mean, I posted the same short about blacks. Nothing happens. I figured if anything, that one would have gotten taken down. But if I say God hates Haitians, I'm the world's greatest enemy. Okay. Anyway, I think this is like SpongeBob Battle Bikini Bottom, whatever the fuck. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, sorry, my fucking controller was bugging crazy. But I actually did write down some stuff to talk about today. I took notes from my last video, and actually I just rewatched it, and I was like, fuck, I need to lock in. Maybe I'll actually whatchamacallits, write some shit down. So that's exactly what I did. Without further ado, let's get into some of this. So I did get this game on sale from Steam. I saw it was on sale and I was like, fuck it, probably worth a try. Might as well, right? It was like $5 for like two of these games, so I can, or it was like $10 or some shit. It was like five each or something. Like I'm not gonna say no to that shit, dude. I can spare 10 on them. You know what I mean? So I'll probably do the next game after this if I continue to enjoy it, and I have been fucking with it pretty heavy so far. But I go to the specials on Steam, right? And then I'll look up like I look down on it and then it'll be like the top sellers for the day. Dude, who is buying corn games on Steam? You need to get lobotomized. You need to get checked out. You need to get laid. You need to do something. If you sit at your computer and play corn games, you're a chud. Okay? That's all I can tell you. You're a chud and you need some help. I'm not here to help you. I'm sorry. But I don't know, phone a friend or wake up. Something's not going on up there and something needs to start going on up there. Why are you getting that, dude? Like Master Gooners playing fucking corn games on Steam. And speaking of Master Gooners, I was curious what they goon to in North Korea. You know? Literally, what do they? So, yeah, what do they goon to in North Korea? Because I don't think they have anything over there, dude. Their internet access is like cooked. They're just filled with propaganda, and I doubt any of that propaganda is goon material. So who's feeding them that? What do? They probably just like draw, or maybe they just got motion and they just go get some. I'm not really too sure what's good over there, but whew, it's looking bleak. I feel bad for those over there. You know? Oh my god. No, seriously, I do feel bad for them, dude. That's a tough life right there. Because, if they're not working 16 hours a day, eating fruit, like fake fruit, or sucking Kim Jong Un's nuts, what really is there to do? Me personally, I don't mind a little goon sesh. I mean, I get some play though. I got a biddy. You know what I mean? So I don't really have to be doing all that. But for them, they might be a lost cause. And I've a great amount of thinking. So I already put it between Haiti and India, but I think we need to talk about them. They could be like a bronze medal for worst places to live. Because I don't think, actually, I don't know. See, that's what I mean. You don't know, we don't know shit about North Korea, really what goes down there. Because like I looked up Haiti, like some of the stats, even like the crime stats, same with like India in comparison by capita and that kind of shit. I'm pretty sure Haiti's the worst place you could be. Like, um, yeah, pretty much. I mean, they both have their pros and cons. Like India, you're probably less likely to get fucking shanked, but stink and the street foot food. I guess in comparison to no food, maybe that's the better option. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure between that. I'll leave that debate up to you guys. I feel like I already gave my thought. So yeah, food for thought. You know what I mean? Debate that amongst yourself. But yeah, I think that's top three right there. That's got to be the worst place to be at. All right, enough talk about these shitty countries. Excuse me, exponentially worse countries. Actually, no, dude, shit. I don't want to beat around the bush with that shit. You know what I mean? I got more topics to talk about. I actually do have a decent amount of time, so I'll probably run out of topics and then I'll just start yapping. But anyways, I have two of my pet peeves, two of my biggest pet peeves, and one pisses me off a lot more than the other. So I'm gonna start with that. Okay, have you ever held the door open for someone and they didn't say thank you? You know what I mean? How the fuck, like, what's going through that person's mind? Did they just expect me to hold the door open for them? You know what I mean? Like, there's some kind of fucking royalty. Dude, you're a fucking chud, and I'm just trying to be a nice guy. All right? If I hold the door open for you and you don't say thank you, you better hope I don't see you alone in an alley. Okay? Some shit might go down, and you might not like that shit that goes down. How can you be so inconsiderate? How can you be such a, like, an asshole? I'm going out my way to be nice, hold the door for you. I'm the That's me going out my way, right? Because I was taught to do that. If you're on the reciprocating end, you should be taught to say fucking thank you. That's common courtesy. What the fuck are we doing here? Okay, like how challenging is that? Like literally, fuck off. Next time that shit happens, I mean, I usually just say you're welcome. Maybe I should take action. Sprawl into sprawl into action. Maybe start throwing some hands. Just like a fucking slice from the back or something. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I'm joking. I would never do that over someone not saying thank you. It's not that deep. That's why it's a pet peeve. It's just like, come on, man. Like, how can you be so inconsiderate? Like, seriously. Like, it's not challenging. It's not hard. Like, just to be nice, and someone does something nice for you, just to say thank you. Where's the challenge there? I don't see it. Me personally, I don't see it. I guess let me know if I'm missing something, because I have my notes written down. I thought I did my research, but somehow if I miss something in the studies, I don't know, dude. I fucking hate that shit. Really pisses me off. Grinds my gears, if you may. All right, on to the next pet peeve. If you do not put your cart back at the grocery store, you're a fucking scum, and I hope a tornado from a distance launches a cart into your fucking car. I also hope that you don't have insurance, and you have to pay for that shit out of pocket. How fucking hard is it to put your cart back? You just walked around the entire fucking store, and you finally get to your car. They have all those fucking cart stations, like, almost everywhere. How challenging is it to walk 20 more fucking feet, you fat fuck? Literally, dude, I can go on for hours with this one, but no, and maybe I will. I don't know if your car has ever been hit by a cart. It's from these lazy fuckers, dude, that can't walk 20 more fucking feet to put their cart back. They're just like, this parking space looks good. The side of the curb. They sound like fucking villagers. That's kind of how I imagine them, just complete NPC chuds. Dude, I feel like a chud just talking about him. I think it might be an illness. Like, it's spreading to me. You know what I mean? Dude, yeah, if your shit's ever been hit by it, you know the feeling. You just look around and there's a fucking dent, and then there's just a cart right, like, literally just that T-bone to your shit. Dude, those people, immediate castration. Am I right? Their bloodline can't spread. We need to deal with them immediately, and I'm willing to do the castrating myself. Okay? I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't. They gotta have micropeens to be doing that sort of shit, dude. Like, really? Like, come the fuck on. All right, this is my last topic, and wow, this is an interesting one. When I say topics, I literally, these are who's buying corn games on Steam, people not putting carts back at stores. If I hold the door open and you don't say thanks, you better hope I don't see you alone in an alley. What do they goon to in North Korea? This is literally what I wrote down, and then I kind of let my brain take over in the moment. So here's what I wrote down next. If I got into a lobby with Nick A30, he couldn't mute me fast enough. Now, let's dive into this one, because you might be asking, what do you mean by that? What I mean is, I'm a big Nick A30 fan, and I would definitely be, fangirling, asking to be his little femboy. No, that's not really what I mean at all. I don't know if My friends were the only group of people that did this, and I know for a fact that they weren't. And if you played video games before, voice chat bans and that kind of stuff, I think you could relate. And then when like streaming started happening, and if someone was being like complete chud, and saw that they were live, you might say some things towards them that would violate the TOS on those platforms. Nick A30 in particular, I do respect his family friendly agenda. Okay, I respect it. Kind of, you just want kids watching you? Little weird, dude. All I'm gonna say, you'd make a great substitute teacher or a great gym teacher. But no, but seriously, dude, I get family friendly, but it's just kids watching that shit. That's a little fucking weird. Okay, in my opinion, at least. Am I calling him? No, I'm not. I'm not. You know the word I was gonna say. I don't feel like editing out, so I'm just not even gonna say the word that you were thinking. No, I'm not calling him that. I think he seems like a stand-up dude. But the funniest shit about that too, like you watch his old clips, dude, he used to just let shit rip. That shit was hilarious. But back to my point though, if I got into a lobby with him, I don't think he can mute me fast enough. I think I would just spam certain words, that are definitely not okay to say, and then I would even have to censor out of these. I mean, you hear some of the stuff I censor out, but that's mostly like the R word, and that kind of stuff. And then occasionally, I think I said like something maybe not so nice to Asians and Hispanics. Those are the only things I've had to censor out. Not that they're part of my vocabulary, but they were just very fitting in the moment. No, I'm just kidding. I dropped so many M bombs in these videos, you have no idea. No, I haven't. I haven't. Okay. I don't know. Dude, I don't think about that kind of shit, especially like when I'm making these kind of videos. I try my best not to say anything that but the F word's probably my biggest one, I think, and obviously not fuck. I can say fuck, but I have to, the word. A lot of these words, dude, I just like grew up saying them. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I grew up a lot in like old video game lobbies. Like that's what you would say. You know what I mean? But Nick A30 in particular, dude, I think I could get him banned instantly. And you might be asking, well, what would you say? Well, I'm not going to say what I would say. Maybe if that encounter ever happens, you'll see the clip, okay? But I also don't play Fortnite. I'm not a chud. So, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I played so much Fortnite back in the day. I could have went pro in Rocket League probably if I didn't get encapsulated by Fortnite. I was kind of cooking before. I was putting in dumb hours, and then it just became Fortnite. But that was like everyone was playing that shit, dude. Fortnite peak is like that shit was insane. Uh, because I would say the COD shit was insane, but I had an older brother, so like he had the CODs, but my friends didn't, obviously, in like fucking elementary school. They weren't ripping that shit. But Fortnite, everyone had Fortnite. It was fucking free, rated like E or teen. I don't remember what the fuck. Probably E. It's like kids playing it now. I don't know. But yeah. So that peak though, I think everyone remembers that peak, especially if you're in like late middle school, like early high school type shit. And if you had like friends that game, if you gamed and you didn't have friends that gamed, I feel sorry for you, man. But you're a poor decision maker. That's all I'm gonna say. Nah, I mean it's just kind of crazy how shit's evolved with gaming, especially like voice chat and that kind of shit. Cause like what was acceptable 10 years ago isn't acceptable now. I mean some words have never really been acceptable, but it's like what I was saying, like those F words and that kind of stuff. They used to just be like common tongue, dude. Everyone would say that shit. But now if you say it, you're gonna get like castrated. So yeah, it's crazy. I mean, even the games now, I think CS might be one of the only ones standing where they just don't voice ban you like instantly. Like I played Valorant for a period of time, and I think I told an individual to wipe the cum out of their eyes and to make me a sandwich. They didn't like that much. I got banned for like 30 days ish. I didn't really think that was a 30-day offense. I was a first time offender too. That was 30 days off rip. So it was like, fuck, dude, they took that shit hella seriously.
Like kind of an overstretch though, right? I'm just telling you to lock in. This bitch thought she was Rosa Parks just on the bottom of the leaderboard. I didn't really know what was going on. I just wanted her to lock in, like, wipe the eyes out, do something. Yeah, I don't know, man. Even some of the shit you say, like, I post in the front of these videos, warning, everything I say is a joke. Literally, it's all a joke. And if you can't tell with how much I'm just like laughing, literally most through all of the videos I make, then obviously you don't have a read on me at all. You know what I mean? I say shit that I think is not necessarily like, I would say entertaining, but it's like entertaining to me, and it's stuff that I just think's funny. You know what I mean? I'll get serious about some stuff, but I feel like it's fairly evident. Like currently, it's fairly evident when I'm being serious about something and when I'm not being serious about something. And if there's a clear distinction, if you actually watch what I'm saying, you know what I mean? There's a very clear distinction between that. When I'm talking about, people not, holding the door, if I hold the door for someone, they don't say thank you, and then I say I'm gonna, I hope they don't see me in an alley. Obviously, I'm fucking joking. I'm not gonna do anything about it. You know what I mean? And if I say some of the other stuff that I said, obviously I'm fucking joking, dude. All right, it's just you take a small thing, you expand it, and you fuck around with it a little bit. That's how jokes are formed, and this is what I mean. Comedy's dying, dude. People can't take this shit. Right? You say something, I'm offended. I'm hurt. Why did you say those things? You're so mean. You're so blank. You're so blank. You're a phobe of whatever the fuck. Dude, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's literally insane. And even like, fuck, dude. I have to. There's only so much I can do because I talk a certain way, and I kind of talk on these videos like how I would be talking in like a Discord call. You know what I mean? Like I'm just keeping it real. And I'm joking along the way, but that's why I have to edit some shit because I'll say some shit, dude. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that makes me imperfect. I'm not perfect to begin with, but like, bro, I'm not a phobe of whatever because I want to say what I want to say.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Free speech is dying. If my TikTok got banned, I mean, luckily it's not going crazy right now. Maybe I could just make another one. Or hopefully, maybe it'll just be a warning, because it would be a first time offense. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with that. So I guess we'll figure that shit out. YouTube's been pretty good to me so far. I've censored out what I can censor out, at least for what I believe and what I've seen from the TOS. So hopefully that's fine. I'm not too worried about the TikTok one, to be completely honest, but it's just kind of a little spooky. You know what I mean? Just because, like, bro, like, I really didn't say nothing all that crazy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I really didn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that insane. I think the last post I made was more insane, and they did nothing about that shit. So, I don't know, man. Well, anyway, I'm gonna start wrapping it up. I don't know if you guys enjoy this shit, the SpongeBob gameplay. I'm not going for like everything in it, similar to Star Wars. I'm just playing the game how I want to play the game. Um, but yeah, so if you do enjoy it, let me know. Or don't. I don't really care. I'm just gonna post whatever game I feel like posting. I just felt like switching it up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Hopefully I didn't hurt offend anyone too bad. Nah, I'm not playing. I am playing. Yeah, shit's nuts, man. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. So this will obviously next video will obviously pick up similar to what I've been doing with the Star Wars shit, and then if I make a fool out of myself, I know I did some of this gameplay. I'm gonna snip, cut that shit out so I don't look like a complete tard. And yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching. Stay chillin' and peace. Also, it is 1 o'clock and I'm drunk as shit. I need some fucking Z's.